to Me Michele on the street lights on the corner. City vibes got a story. Feel the beat, don't ignore me.
What's up, good people? It's another episode. I know it's been a minute since I've been live, okay? Life be lifing, y'all. So I thank you all for being so patient with me, tuning in with me, and I want y'all to make sure y'all go to the audio podcast, because you know what I'm talking about on this latest episode? Talking about flirting. How you do it right, how you distinguish if you are for real flirting or we just playing, okay? Y'all gonna find out Thursday when I got Rodney Barnes back on, because you know that's my flirt mate. I like to flirt with him, but we have fun with that. But speaking of fun, you know I had to bring this man back on. Comedian Big Vino. Vino, I just explained to him before we came live that he is a very unique comedian because he possesses natural funny and he possesses intellect, which is a very rare combination when you get into the industry, period. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I wanted to bring him on because we had him on live a couple of nights ago, and when Vino starts spilling, it's just like, dude, you in class. You need to have your notepad out because he be dropping some facts along with some jokes, okay? So let's not let him wait any further. Let's go ahead and bring in my brother Big Vino. He is doing one of my favorite activities. Big Vino!
Oh, what up, though? What up, though? You know what I'm here to do. Don't put no wreath in front of me. You know what I'm going to do with it. Hold on, I had one ready already. I was just rolling up a backup, because these things tend to go into overtime. So I wanted to be ready for you.
Man, but first and foremost, when we met Vino when he came to Houston, unfortunately, we could not attend his show, but we had a chance to hang out. Vino ass had us so blasted. I'm not going to even lie, y'all. I'm glad we had a moment to sit down. I'll put it to you that way. I'm glad we had a moment to sit down, chit chat, get a good smoke on, and everybody in the comments hollering at you. And I appreciate you coming on back, man.
I appreciate being back because this is I like this place. I like what goes on here. I like the candid conversation. I just, this is a good vibe, Michelle. You got a good thing going here. I'm trying to be more consistent with my podcasting and my stepping it up, and I use you as my benchmark and my role model in a way to stay consistent, because I've been telling everybody that all year. My mantra for the year is intentional and consistent. Do things intentionally, do things consistently, and you should be where you want to be eventually.
Yeah, you just got to keep putting that work in.
Keep doing it.
As long as you keep putting the work in, something's going to pop off. It may not be the timing we want, but as long as it's consistency, it's going to pop off regardless. But Vino, my brother.
Yeah, man.
You are a man of many, many stories. And I know the last time we talked to you on Instagram Live that you were, how should I say, very blunt spoken in reference to relationships and dating.
Mm-hmm.
My sister and I brought a couple of.
Give me 1 second. I gotta put this away. I got this thing in my hip. I got.
Get comfortable.
Gotta put that down real quick. Hold on.
Yes, sir. But and I see my people. Let me go ahead and shout out my sister. I see Prince is in the building. Jules is in the building. Corey is in the building. I'll deal with Corey. D Capri. What up, man?
Lock that away.
But we were talking about relationships because we know nowadays it is so goddamn tricky about dating and being in relationships.
I just how I know I'm moving the way I'm over here crossing my legs and shit. This is how I know. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk, Michelle.
I know you had some awkward situations when it comes to dating and relationships. Any stories you want to share? And I don't give a damn if your name drop, okay? Cheers.
Well, I don't know if I'm a story type guy. I try to give, well, first of all, let me set this disclaimer. Any women I'm talking about, that was at least 2 relationships ago, okay? So it's nobody recent. I don't need no messages later on the night. Talk about so that's how you feel about me? No, this is not about you. Okay. I wouldn't talk about you this soon. I gotta give it some time to breathe.
Give it a breather. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's still hot. It's still hot. I'm kind of still hoping you come back, baby. So let's put that out there. But anyway, no, I mean I go through a lot of weird shit with women because, and I hate to put it the way that I put it a lot of times, but a lot of women don't want a good man. That's just really my view on just the dynamic of relationships in general.
Right.
Because it's too easy to negate a good man, to play a good man out. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen women sit in a circle and talk positive about their man. You know how they get in that little hen circle and they start, oh, this motherfucker did this nigga ain't this, oh, he did that, he did. I've never seen them sit around and say, my man's so good to me. You know what he did the other day? He just brought me home flowers for no reason. He knew I was feeling some type of way, and he told me just sit my feet up on his legs, and he rubbed my feet for 35 minutes. I came home, he made dinner, he had the house clean, the kids bathed, and I just got to sit back, and he had a glass of wine waiting for me when I walked in. You don't hear them talk about those good moments. They always break down the fuck shit some dude does. When he slept with your cousin and your sister and shit, and he was late picking you up from work in your car. You got to hear about that. But we never hear about the good that man did.
But why do you think women, if they have a good man, and if that man's being consistent in effort, do you think that it's just something that they're not accustomed to, and that's why we want to just say, hey, I'm so used to being dogged out. Let me go ahead and look at the dogged out highlights.
It's boring. It's boring. Because what other way do you, I don't want to offend anybody. What other way do you have to garner attention other than to be the damsel in distress? Other than to be the sexual, thing. You know what I'm saying? What other way do you have to garner attention? Can you be super intellectual? We've already realized, and I blame us as men in society, period, too, because look at what we just went through. We had a sister run for the presidency who was super overqualified for the position, but that didn't garner enough attention. She had to go employ the message of hoes to help do her campaign. That wasn't enough. No, I'm serious. That wasn't enough. It wasn't enough that she's a college educated attorney general, motherfucking vice president, worked her way to the top. So what? You know what? If she's a hoe, she made some good decisions. She slept with Montel Williams. You know how difficult that is? That nigga got multiple sclerosis. That nigga hunch ain't even right. He ain't even humping at 100% capacity. And she... That's all I'm saying.
See, it's when you put it together just like you did. I cannot, because I forgot about the multiple sclerosis and anyhow. But you are absolutely right. But I say this about men too, because men can have a good woman and basically put in almost less than 10% effort, and they still got a good woman.
My problem is I over effort.
Okay.
I put in too much effort. I put in too much effort, and I sometimes allow a woman to not put in effort, and that makes the playing field unbalanced. And it makes me feel like a simp. So at times I will stop and I will withdraw because I'm feeling like there's not no effort. And you might be fucking with me, you might be like really into me, but I'm feeling like it's no effort, so I back off.
You sound just like me. I promise you, because I could put it all. I put all of it in, and there's no damn effort, not even a bunch of flowers on clearance. It ain't none of that shit.
Once I start putting in too much effort, I get nervous, especially if you start displaying the red flag warning signs. Like I'm a person.
I was asking, what are the red flags in your eyes?
Red flags in my eyes, the same thing that red flags in women's eyes. I look for the inconsistencies. If I'm getting good morning, babe, I'm getting little pictures, little freak videos every now and then, and all of a sudden them shits just start slowing. And I'm not saying you gotta send them every day, but if you were sending freak pictures and then all of a sudden it's been 2 months since she sent the picture, well, and you just start questioning. She be like,
what happened?
Where the booty pictures at? Why you stop sending me booty pictures all of a sudden? If you call me every day, then all of a sudden, I'm not saying it ain't like, I understand a day or two might pass, but it's like now it's been 3-4 days you ain't called. And I'm not even saying like you gotta call me. Like, I'll call you. I'll call you if you don't call. But I didn't get you. Okay, now we go to the next day and I might call again and I don't get you. So now I'm falling back. I'm like, all right, maybe I'm bothering you. Like, that's my one rule. If I feel like I'm bothering you, I won't.
Ooh, Lord.
I promise that.
We got to be twins in some other life, because I promise you, you speak the way I think when I'm in that situation. When I'm in a situation, I'm putting forth all my efforts, and I'm like, dude, I can't even get a Netflix and chill night with your ass. Come on now. I ain't asking for much.
Look, you told me I got a lot of Libra energy around my sign. So I was reading into that. So I actually looked into it and I was just like, damn, maybe.
I think that's what it is, because as a Libra, we love hard, but we can also not give a fuck if you ain't doing nothing to keep me feeling appreciated. And I'm not saying you got to kiss my ass every day. You ain't got to bring me flowers every day. But if it's no type of small efforts, communication, stuff of that nature, I'm like, yo, I'm about to lose interest, because obviously he really ain't interested in putting no energy into this. So why should I?
Yeah, that's where the disconnect comes, because it's more of a generational thing, I think, especially with the culture we're living in now, where it's so easy. It's so easy to walk away from it than fix it.
Yes.
I was breaking this analogy down to somebody the other day. I said, yeah, back in the day, remember we used to have like repair shops? You could get your clock fixed, your vacuum clicked, microwave fixed, all that shit fixed. Now there are no more shops like that, because it's literally cheaper to buy a new vacuum than get your old vacuum fixed.
See what I'm talking about, y'all? Do you see how he just broke that down?
That's where we're at in society. We're so quick to walk away, other than like I'll be dropping these jewels because I get a lot of time to smoke and think and ponder. And I said, yo, we be asking God for blessings and God sends it, but we let the devil convince us that it's disturbing our peace. And people think I be saying a lot of different shit, like I mean it in every aspect. That wasn't even just a love quote. That was an everything quote. Like, niggas will say, God will say, hey, yo, you praying for better health. So look, I'm gonna send you somebody who could help you work out. I'm gonna send a personal trainer to just take interest in you and make you work and just put that extra energy in you so that you hit the track and hit the gym and do what you gotta do. And then you like, well, this nigga in the way, bro. He call every morning, talk about some wake up, what you eating, don't put. And that's in the way. You fucking, and yeah, your peace was rooted in your tribulation.
Right.
You confused your tribulation with your peace, your unhealthy eating and your lethargic ways and your inconsistencies and your lack of work ethic. That's your peace. And you're letting good shit interrupt your peace right now. So the improvement is going to interrupt that peace.
Exactly. People get comfortable too quickly. But you are right. We can overlook the blessings that we've been asking for a good woman, good man. And sometimes when their efforts are being a little too over the top for us, yeah, let me see if I can do something else. Because right now,
when it requires you to be good, when it requires you to be a stand-up person, That be the shit that get a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I know in my younger years that fucked with me a lot. Because I used to run into bad chicks all the time, like really good women. I'm like, I can't really fuck with her because
I gotta put some work in.
I gotta put some work in, and I'll leave her alone. Like I'm a real nigga. I'll leave her alone. I'm like, look, if you need a good man in your life, and that's not me right now. Me, I'm slanging and banging. I'm in the street. I got shot at 3 times last week. You don't want? No, I don't need to bring that to your life.
But at least I can respect you doing that, Vino, because see, some men, like I'm sure some women, will sit up there and hang on to a situation and just let it continue to play out. And then when one person says, "Okay, look, I'm so damn good because I'm doing everything I can, but you ain't doing shit," so I understand.
Look, I had a woman leave me because she assumed that I was getting upset with her because she was being a piece of shit. But I really wasn't looking at it like being a piece of shit. I was looking at it like, hey, baby, you got to grow a little bit. You got to learn how to be the woman that I'm trying to be. Like, I tell a woman this from the rip when I'm starting to feel a type of way about her. And it sounds like game, but it's just really my mission statement to a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to learn how to love you properly.
Ugh.
I just really want to learn how to love you. I'm not here to be the man of your dreams. I'm not that by any stretch of the imagination. I got a lot of flaws with me. I got a lot of insecurities in myself. I got a lot of shit that I'm working through, and I use this comedy to break through some of the traumas and some of the shit that I've seen in my life. But my goal is to learn how to love you properly so that we don't have a misunderstanding. So that if we do have a misunderstanding, we can piece it back together. Yeah. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. I need a teammate. I need somebody who ain't going to fold and say, it's over now. Just because it was one little situation. I thought you loved me. I thought I loved you. You love a person in spite of what they are. That's what you love a person for. You don't love a person for what they are. You like a person for what they are. You love them in spite of what they are or are not.
Okay. So let's just say I'll give you a personal scenario. Last situation I was in, I felt disrespected. Okay. When I try to express why I felt disrespected, I was dismissed, very dismissive on how my input was. So I stopped fucking with them because if you're not willing to hear why I would like to fix this, but if you're not willing to hear me out and just think, okay, whatever you say ain't about shit right now, then why would I stay in that situation?
Now, was this a repeated disrespect?
Twice, yes.
Twice, okay. Was it like egregious, like something that you normally wouldn't give a motherfucker a second opportunity to do? Or was it like something that could easily happen and you like, hey, I don't like that. Could you not do that? And then it happened again.
No, it was blatant disrespect, dismissive. And if I come to you out of concern, like, hey, baby, you made me feel a certain way when we had this conversation. And again, being dismissed. So due to emotion investment, that's the only reason it was even played out for as long as it played out. And till you get to a point like you do, you get fed up trying to make things work. Now, had I just thrown the flag in and not had any type of, let me try to see if we can have a conversation about this. But I was dismissed. So since that's the way you feel, and since it's so easy to let me walk out, how many fucks do you give?
That's a hard one. That's hard. Like, and that was that man's fumble. I will really say that. I'm not gonna argue with you and say he was doing right, but in the sense of disrespect, like blatant disrespect, like there has to be some level of, okay, look, this is how I felt. But the dismissal part on his behalf is what made it a deal breaker. I get that. I get that all together. I've never been, well, I have been blatantly disrespected, and I made sure to make it a point to disrespect back. But um, with, I'm just talking about like just misunderstandings. Like, give you a perfect example. Cheating is not a deal breaker.
I've heard you say that before, so I definitely want to hear this.
Cheating is not a deal breaker. Cheating is a let's see how we got here. Now, if we taking steps and we get here and we find that we got here from a fucked up situation, then yeah, it's a deal breaker. But if it was some things that was going on the long way, like I don't particularly like being cheated on. I've never cheated on a woman. I will definitely call it like, hey, look, we ain't really been, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you feeling like I'll sit down and have a discussion about it beforehand. I'll say, hey, look, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you ain't really been in the mood lately, and I kind of really am. And in my previous life, I never knew when I was going to die. So I kind of was always like, this could be my last nut. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I live. I always want, I used to have girlfriends. Look, I used to have chicks before I go to court. Before I go to court, I'm like, yo, you know, I got court in the morning. Come here. You gotta come spend the night. I got knock you down all night just in case they take me and I'm never back out again. I might not be back home again. There was a dude who was talking about that before. He thought he was going in for a 100-day probation violation, ended up in there for a year or some shit. Like, whoa, like you didn't know you passed on the pussy. You're like, yeah, I'll be back soon. I can wait. And the next thing you know, you down. You like, oh, I should have got some pussy before I left. That's how I be thinking. And so that's why I was always off that. So if I had a girl I was dealing with, a woman, and I'm sitting there like, yo, you're just not, you're not at the frequency that I'm really trying to enjoy life at right now. Like, I'm not trying to knock you up. I get it. You got your day-to-day stresses, and I don't want to put this on you.
Yeah.
So look, I got this over here too. Now we can all meet. You can introduce her. You can see her paperwork too. We can all go get tested, group tests. I get a discount like that. I'm serious, fellas. Get all your bitches together, fella, and go to the clinic. They got a group discount on chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes, and HIV. Now, if you want to know about trichomonas and syphilis and all that, you got to pay the price. But those four, you get those in a bundle deal. And if you test 6 or more people at one time, 30% off.
This is the only time I've heard of a bundle deal at the clinic. Yo, I did not know.
See? Yeah, you get bundle deal. That's when but that's some pimp shit, because that's when I had the girls. It was easy to get them all tested at once.
Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious. I can't
get them. No, that's how you do it. That's how you look. You get them tested right before Memorial Day weekend, and then you get them tested right before Christmas. Let them know, hey, everything good. We're gonna have a great time this New Year's. You know what I'm saying? We all get money. Everybody certified A1. That's just how I used to do it. I don't do that no more. Now I just go to my benefits cover that. My health insurance. I just say, Doc, run it. He be wanting to check my A1C. I be like, hey. That trichomonas test too. That's the one I'm really scared of, for real, because that be the one that everybody be catching and nobody talks about. Trichomonas. That shit is everywhere. Because I be listening to women talk, and they don't really talk about when they catch the clap or gonorrhea, but a lot of them talk about the trichomonas. Hey, he gave me trichomonas, dirty dick nigga. I can't believe this. I knew it was him because I was only sleeping with 3 niggas at the time. The other two niggas said they girlfriends don't got nothing, so they ain't got nothing. So I know I got it from him.
See, that's one thing I can say that I have never, thank the Lord, experienced when it comes to the multiple partners. And you know, I'm just, I guess I'll date multiply, but I'm only freaky exclusively.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I got one like in the bag, this is your duty until Prince Charming come around, okay? Or
I think that's unfair though. I'm gonna be honest and say that.
tell me why.
I think that is very unfair. Not saying that. Not saying that you should sleep with everybody, but I'm saying, and this is where the disconnect come in with men and women, right? And this is why a lot of women get treated bad. Because I've been sitting back and pondering this. Women have multiple men doing things for them, but then only sleep with one of them. And that breeds a lot of resentment and hostility and anger in men, and weak men at least. Weak men will take that as a slight, and I'm taking it as a slight before. So I'm not even gonna say weak men. I'm gonna say the men who act and do fucked up shit behind it are weak. But you start to feel a resentment, like, hey, this guy, this nigga, why you call me if he the one fucking? Call that nigga, like, cause we got a rule as men. We understand that sometimes you gotta, like, it costs to deal with women. It costs. It taps at our resources.
Right.
The way you feel about your body is how we feel about our resources.
Gotcha.
Because those resources can be applied where they can get return on investment. Because that's all any man's really trying to see. We're trying to receive return on our investment. If we take you on a date, we want to know that either you are gonna be some type of intimate, or you might be the one, or you might be somebody I could really fuck with on the long term. Like, we could have something special, but it has to be some sort of return on that investment.
I'll put it to you this way. Me personally, if I have familiarity with somebody I have been intimate with for a while, and I'm gonna let them know, like, look, baby, I am out here because obviously you don't want to have anything seriously with me. So I'm letting you know, if I get an itch, I will call you to scratch it. But at the same time, I am going to go out with other men because I need to find somebody on the same accord as I am. Now, most of the time, I don't even play that hand.
Then you shouldn't scratch the itch till you find that person.
But you know how difficult it is?
Yes, I do. I practice a lot of abstinence and celibacy. People don't believe that about me. I know it's really easy, but you can ask my mentor, the woman I'm on the road with, Coco Brown. She has seen, like, we have been in some popping ass cities this year.
Right.
And there have been beautiful women who have, like, accosted me. I've been grabbed, touched, fondled, smelt, like.
The sit is my thing.
Yeah. So they be on me, and it'd be crazy. They be stepping behind the merch table. They just be. I know, Coco. I'm not trying to get a picture with Coco. I want to get a picture with you. And I be having to, like, disappear to my hotel at the end of the night. Like, I gotta make sure nobody following me. Like, but I really be off my I'm not here. I got a rule. I say no strange women on the road. I've seen too many niggas get fucked up behind that shit. I see especially a lot of these comedians. I know niggas who really do comedy just to get pussy.
Oh,
they don't care nothing about the check at the end of the night. They don't give nothing to fuck about no money, no merch. They saying like, yo, these men trying to, nigga, I'm over here at the merch table. I'm get what you need. You need extra large. I got you. I'm moving merch. Right. They over there talking to the hoes. I'm like, I got money to make, bro. I got goals. I got a plan.
I've seen them in action. I've even seen them in action where they getting ready to go to a particular city, and they link up with somebody in that city. Well, I'm gonna be in town for a show. You gotta, you don't mind if I crash over there, overnight, because I just need a place to stay just during that weekend. Most of the women that I know of be a little gullible, be going for the okie doke. You and I know a former assassin.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. If he really that big deal, if he really worth your time, they probably gave him a hotel in his deal. So he don't need to come to your house, shorty. I never need to come to your house. I got a hotel, I promise you. And if they don't give me a hotel, I got Hilton Honors, nigga. I got a lot of points. I got 68,000 points right now. That'll get me a room at a damn DoubleTree. And I'm gonna sit in that DoubleTree and fuck them cookies up.
See? So we have this understanding now that I mentioned that some women may have sex with one particular man, but they're still dating multiple men because they're trying to get that connection. So I see where it's a disadvantage to men. But at the same time, it's a disadvantage to a woman to put all her eggs in one basket nowadays.
No, that.
Why?
Because how else do you carry all your eggs? You carry your eggs, one egg in this pocket, one egg in this pocket. What if you fall? You still gonna break all the eggs.
But I'll just give you a prime example. My last emotional investment, okay? That was an investment. And at the same time, while I'm having this emotional investment, you ain't made up your mind yet whether you want to put forth an effort or not. You barely doing that. So what are we doing?
So we both talking about investments here. I'm invested in the person. I know I seem like a baller, but I don't got it in me to entertain multiple women. I don't have the finances and resources to be really entertaining women at the level they want to be entertained at. I need one person who's fucking vibing with me, who I can say my eggs are in all of this basket. All my money, like at the end of the week, I'm going on a date with her. At the end of the month, I'm going on a vacation with her. I'm not taking several vacations with different women.
Makes sense.
But women get to say, he gonna take me to Cheesecake, he gonna take me to Ruth Chris, and he gonna take me to IHOP. But this nigga over here, I'm gonna call him after all of that because I'm familiar with him. So I'm gonna call him so he gonna get the pussy. Come on, what I look like?
But you know what? There's a term I've heard, and it's mainly used toward black women. It's date like a white girl. I've heard that saying several times, date like a white girl. And what that breaks down to be is they leave their options open until there is I'm just telling you what's been said here, but they leave their options open until somebody say, you know what, I don't need you on the market no more. You need to come on and get off the market, and we're going to do this together.
Black women, you've been lied to. You've been lied to, black women. Sarah, Megan, Jessica, they don't do all that. They get their college years. By 23, that shit is done. That shit is done. Y'all in your 30s, 35, 40s talking about options. The options were before you were 25. I hate to be Kevin Samuels, but you ain't got no options at this point. Now it's like a car. It really is just like a car. Would you want a 2010 car right now? I mean, I'd take a 2010 right now, but I'm not paying showroom prices for it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I will definitely I will push a 2010 Honda Civic around till the wheels fall off. And then when the wheels fall off, I'll put it in the garage and be like, nah, I can't sell her. She got too many memories with her.
Yeah. Good.
Men do that all the time. My uncle had a 1986 Saab with the BBSs on it. Like how Mitch had the motherfucking Paid in Full. He had the BBSs on it. When he first went to the Navy, he motherfucker bought this car. He took his little sign-on bonus and bought this car. The car sat broken down. It was literally not able to run for 10 years. It just sat in the driveway. He kept all his porn in it. He kept all the porn he had accumulated over all year. Trunk full of porn in the Saab. That Saab sat in his driveway for 10 years. I just can't get rid of it. I love that car. You know, I'm like, how many good times we had in that car and drove all over the country in this car. We done been through shit. We done been through a lot. And that's how a man will look at it. We'll cherish it. Right. But if I have to sell it right now, that car worth $75 maybe. That car worth $75. I don't really got options to sell. You know what I mean? It'll
Right,
be
right.
another collector who picks it up. You know what I mean? But what's the chances you're gonna find another collector of an '86 Saab?
You know what? That brings up a valid point because your brother Dion Cole refers to more mature women as vintage women.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, claim it. I'm a vintage woman and I got no problem with being a vintage woman. But at the same time, it's a whole different ball game when you're in that vintage stage trying to be social, date wise.
Vintage doesn't do social.
I-
When do you see things in the museums hanging out at the club? You've never seen the Mona Lisa up in the club. You won't see the Mona Lisa you gotta see the Mona Lisa in cultured settings.
Right.
You have to see vintage and art in that type of setting. You don't see it. So how you running around talking about you vintage and you at the club?
Well, this vintage don't go to clubs. I keep my black ass in the house. So.
And that's cool. See, that's real vintage. But it's a lot of women out here trying to be treated like vintage and trying to be treated like you can't run with the hoes and then expect to be, greeted with the ladies. It just don't work like that.
I agree.
You running with the hoes. Was the moment you turned on Sexy Red, you sent a message to that man.
No Sexy Red on the playlist, but I will say that I have seen vintage sisters trying to be down with the younger generation, which I don't see the point of why you would go so hard. If we click, we click. If we don't, we don't. But I'm not going out of my way to try to be down with you because you're a younger person.
You know what I get mad at with my more mature ladies when they be trying to act young? I had to curse a chick out, and I had to tell her, bitch, why you get a young bitch wig? Get an older bitch. Get a church wig. Get a wig that look good under a crown. Get a wig that look good under a hat. Why the fuck you got an asymmetrical bob at the motherfucking prayer meeting? I hate when an old bitch got a young bitch wig on. Oh, man, that get me so weird. Especially when you in the spot and you see him from the back, you thinking it's like, oh, look at this little young, and this bitch turn around.
Whoa!
You know what it remind me of? I was messing with a chick like this. You ever seen that movie, The Witches, back in the day? When the witches took off their gloves and they had the long ass fingers and then they took off their wigs and it was like, ow! That's what happened. I be like, oh my God. I get reminded of that movie so bad when I be seeing it.
You know what? Now I will never be able to watch that movie ever again without having this conversation in the back of my mind. I'm gonna tell you that right. But I agree because I just witnessed some shit, and I'm like, why do you want to go back there? It wasn't, it was cool when we was that age, but why do you feel you need to be back in that element? I don't understand.
I don't want to do nothing from when I was younger. I really don't. I'm good. I did it when I was younger. I don't need to relive it. And I understand that there's a level of some women out there who had children early, so they didn't get to do some of the things that younger people got to do, so they're trying to get back there. But I did it. And I'm looking for a person who's done it too, because that shit dangerous. Everything we was doing when we was younger, I've come to the realization that all getting older is realizing how dangerous the world is. Like how dangerous every fucking thing. That's what getting older is. It's nothing but realizing that everything can kill you. That's literally what you learn. When you're a baby, you're a child, you're only born with two natural fears. These are the only two natural fears you're born with as a child, as a baby. You fear loud noises, like loud boom, and the falling sensation, like if you're falling, you fear that. You're like, all right, you try to catch yourself.
Right.
Those are the only two natural fears you're born with. As you get older, you learn to fear everything else because you learn that it can kill you. And that's all getting older is. You're learning that shit will kill you.
Okay, you broken down everything so perfectly. Now I'm gonna shift it a little bit. When it
I'm a
comes
deep mind.
to what you say,
I said I'm a deep mind. People don't understand that. These jokes be coming from a real place.
look, this is why I was telling one of my girlfriends behind the scenes, like I told you, I said this is the only brother that can make you laugh and think at the same damn time. So that's why I enjoy conversations with Big Vino. But I will say, I'm noticing that we got a lot of the battle of the sexes going on nowadays, particularly in our community. I'm just going because that's all I know. So why do you think there's such a element of women versus men, men versus women?
Because everybody's trying to escape the accountability. Like that shit is gone. We made it too easy to escape accountability in this culture. Like our culture is just doomed. Like we've really fallen off as a people. Like I pray for us every day. I pray that something happens where it just shifts it and turns it back to. Now I don't want to say what it was because it wasn't good before either, for real. But we had a little more sense. You know what I mean? Because it's like you remember back in the day when your parents or older couples used to get into it and they wouldn't talk for like weeks at a time or some shit. They still maintain the house. You think what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They would still maintain the house. They would still make sure the kids was fair. Hey, look, I got my part of the bill money for you. Go take care of this. Da 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 da. She still would wash his clothes, make sure his uniform was clean. Shit folders in the room. Don't talk to me, nigga. You know what I mean? But then one day, for some reason, everybody just takes accountability. Look, I did some things now, and I was wrong. But look, man, you know I'll be feeling like this, and you be doing that thing, and they would come together and take accountability for what they've done, each person's part in the situation, and then put it back together. Hey, now we back at a good space.
Yeah,
we don't do that no more. People will do you wrong. And literally, instead of just apologizing and working towards being at a better place, they will walk away from you and discuss as if you did something wrong to them and hope that enough time passes so that they can come back and say, hey, what's up? So, and then never have to apologize.
Yo, I have experienced so many in and out people, and I'm like, dude, once the door is closed, you out. Don't bother me no more, because if you had the moment in the humanity to take accountability on why we got here, then we wouldn't be in such an awkward place. But you are absolutely right. People do not like taking accountability. I do not understand, because if you fuck up, you fuck up. Okay, it is what it is. What can you do about it? But if I cherish whoever is involved with that situation, I need to take accountability to make that shit right.
I've been doing this experiment that my therapist put me on to, right? And they fucked me up because they did some real fly shit. And the exercise is not what people think it is. And I'll even do it to the people, our viewers watching right now. I want to ask you all, and feel free to answer this too, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel you make good decisions?
Not all the time.
You see, now, when I was asked that question, I said no. No. But the funny part is, the exercise is not about a yes or a no answer, or if you acknowledge it or don't. It's about how many words did you put into your answer. Because that is a straightforward yes or no answer that forces you to actually have accountability right there on the spot. And it lets people know whether you're really being accountable and whether there's room for some growth. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say anything other than yes or no, you're looking for a way to shirk some responsibility somewhere in there. By saying, and I'm not judging you, but by saying not all the time, you're saying, well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but it's a case. And it's alleviating some of the accountability for not always making a good idea. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I've been doing that with people lately. And I don't tell them why I do it. Like, you feel like you make good decisions?
Yeah.
And then boom, boom, boom. And so I tell people what it is afterwards, and they're like, okay, yeah, maybe I can look. And some of the good people will say, maybe I'll look at myself and that's the thing I'm learning more and more as I go to these therapy sessions. I really don't be having it wrong.
I wouldn't say it either, even though I'm not a therapist, but I know how straightforward you are about when somebody asks you something, it's straight down the line. I ain't never seen Vino ask the question where he dance around anything. Never have I witnessed that.
Actually, I did. I did one time.
Oh, let
Because
me
she was like, did you come at me? And I was like, I didn't really have a straight answer for her.
Oh my God.
Sorry, baby.
I can't. All right, beside you having a orgasm and not being truthful about it. Okay, I can't with Vito.
I don't even want to say I wasn't truthful. I just wasn't forthcoming.
Right.
So I came. I definitely came. I wasn't forth about it. I wasn't.
And I hate to say this, I'm visualizing Vino's face as he's asked this question, and that's all.
Look at it.
What the fuck?
Look, it was done. Before I just used to laugh. I just used to laugh. Like,
oh my God!
Yeah, I'm coming here. He's funny.
No, you stupid.
Funny to the motherfucker.
So being forthcoming, how much does that mean to men in relationships when women need to be more forthcoming? How honest do we need to be with y'all?
Very. I feel 100% honesty is the truth because being a hoe is not a deal breaker. Niggas been fucking hoes since forever. If you got hoe shit in your past, and me, my personal thing is, you could be a hoe before I meet you. You could be a hoe after I meet you. It'll hurt a little bit. What were you doing in that moment, while you was with me? If you was being stand up and then it just didn't work out, then you got back to your whole ways, cool. I can't even be mad at that.
Got back to your whole ways. But you know what? Now that we are talking about honesty and accountability, why do men settle with hoes? And I mean, this is an honest question I had with some of my girlfriends behind the scenes. You'll have a chick, she didn't been with like half the gram and get treated like royalty.
Can I ask you this question?
I'm ready.
Why is it that we settle for a hoe? Why can't it just be that we gave a woman another chance to be a righteous woman?
Gotcha.
We y'all always preaching about I'm not my mistakes and I'm not my past and I'm not. Okay, I'm not holding your past against you now.
Right.
I'm coming to cope with. I'm coping with it. I'm adjusting to it, but I'm not holding it against you.
Mm-hmm.
So now, why is it I'm settling?
Okay.
Why is it settling at this point? Hold on.
Yeah, you get that. But I understand his point completely because as a woman, I always would wonder why and just be curious because I hear so many men speaking negatively about women that are a little too friendly with the cooter. So that has been solved because I see if you see value in a person that you would want to give them an opportunity to do the right thing if you feel that strongly about a person. So that's been squashed for me now that I know why men love hoes. There it is. But at the same time, I'm wondering what makes a man give a woman of that. Like we would give a man an opportunity because trust me, I know men, y'all got some bodies too. And usually I don't think too many women put men on the spot when we ask them about their sexual past. Or we've heard things like you've been with this chick, you've been with that chick, but I like you anyway. I don't see too many women putting men on that same bracket. I think you're still muted. Okay. But I just, if it's curious, y'all let me know in the comments. Alex, you Alex talking about I like women who are friendly with the cooter. I understand. At the same time, depending on what type of situation y'all have with each other. If we just boning, don't you think that would be a concern? If we got a relationship, don't you think that would be a concern? Just asking.
Yeah. I apologize.
Brother, you gotta handle it. Look, this is
People be looking for me, man. I don't know where they find me at. Like, how did they even know I was here? I could have sworn I didn't tell nobody I was gonna be here today.
You got a track on your ass, I'm telling you. But I understand what you're saying. You gave a good woman a shot, even though you've heard about her past. So, in your eyes, what would you describe as a good woman?
She should be communicative. She should definitely have good communication skills. She should know how to carry her. She should know how to be a boss's wife. It's like that's a very like overlooked skill set. Like some women don't know how to be the boss's wife. I feel like she should always carry herself with some grace and elegance. She should definitely know how to be the life of a party, but also know how to fall back and just observe the situation. She should be smart. She should have a little street savvy to her. She should know of the world, but not be of the world. She should definitely not be easily influenced by fads and just because it's trendy or catchy right now. Don't look to fit in, look to stand out.
Ooh, that's a word. That is a word for real.
Like, yeah, she should smell good. Like I'm highly scent oriented too. A pheromone pattern has to be right. Like I've never did like Tinder dating or shit like that. I don't do the online shit because I don't like. I fucked around, tried to do Tinder once and swiped on an Amber Alert. Now I'm on a watch list, so I just gotta fall back.
Rocky said you gave a corporate answer. You didn't answer the question.
What? She said I gave a corporate answer?
A cop-out answer. I'm sorry. A cop-out answer is what you gave.
What is a cop-out about it? Like, that's real shit. What's not about, like, I'm sorry if y'all looking for me to say physical attributes. I don't really deal in the physical. Like, I like a beautiful woman. Yeah, my women always usually turn out to be beautiful, but I'm not really looking at that. I'm looking at your demeanor. I really look at your aura. I don't really even like to determine whether I love women until I take some mushrooms around them. Because when I take mushrooms, I can see people aura. Damn. I know who to be around when I'm on mushrooms. When I take a mushroom, I can tell if you're a good person or not. Damn. Your aura is different. Like people with a good aura,
Right.
You can see them. You can see their color. They're vibrant. They're bright. They pop like to you. People who are horrible people, bad people, they look dull under a motherfucking when you're on mushrooms. They look dull. You got a cloud around you. You're just gray. You like Pigpen from Peanuts and shit. You just dusty gray nigga.
But you know what? Even though I'm not on mushrooms, but I go off of vibe and energy. What kind of vibe this person got? How are they making me feel in their presence? And I just stick around for a few minutes. Okay, and take all that in. Once I take all that in, I can analyze. He ain't shit.
You know, you can feel when people are off, right? Like literally, like vibrationally. Like you gotta be in tune to it. That's why I like to sleep around women, because that's when their defenses are down and their natural vibrations mostly come through.
So you think sleep is the tell-all?
Sleep, first of all, if I can close my eyes and sleep around you, that speaks volumes. That speaks crazy to a woman. If I could close my eyes around you and like really like phone across the room, wallet over there, shit, like I'm really vulnerable at this point. Yeah, it says volumes. That means a lot. I don't sleep around women. I will like the women I deal with recently, because I've liked them like that. They don't believe this, but I'm the type of nigga leave right after I hit it. Like I will not wake you up or nothing. I will put you to sleep and then tiptoe out. It makes it real easy. No, and I did it for selfish reasons back in the day, because I felt like after I would hit it back in the day, bitches always want to go out for breakfast. Bitches didn't make breakfast no more. Nobody ever made breakfast no more. They always want to go out. So I'm like, damn, I didn't spend money at the club. Now I got to spend money in the morning too. Like, so I would tiptoe out. I would get up on out of there. Plus, I don't know if you got kids. I don't know how your kids act in the morning, because I'm going to get up with no pants on and walk to the bathroom type nigga. I don't know if you got kids out there.
But that does say a lot, because I understand if I'm comfortable falling asleep around you, I got my personal belongings out and I ain't got to worry about nothing. That says security on so many different levels, because you just can't fall asleep around everybody.
Yeah, you can't not fall asleep around everybody.
Yeah. So
that's dangerous. I learned that back in 2001. No, it was 2003. I was taken advantage of by falling asleep around. So I was in a throuple. I had two girlfriends at the time. Like we was all together in a relationship. And it was a Christmas, like one of my girlfriends was having I'm gonna just say name. So right, her name was Anastasia. Anastasia and Michelle. These were my little girlfriends at the time. So Anastasia was having a party at her house. All her family was there. And Michelle, they didn't really know the situation between us three. They just thought we was all really good friends. We hung out. So we're at the party, and Anastasia and Michelle dip off. And they go in the backyard. They're smoking a cigarette or whatever. And I go back there to see what they doing. When I get back there, they all kissing on each other, making out. And then they kind of pull me into it, and we all kissing. And like, I can't wait till the party's over. When the party's over, we're going to have so much fun. I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm like, yeah. So I started drinking. I started knocking back the Hennessy, right? And I made a rookie mistake. I drank myself under the table. Put myself to sleep. I was done. I drank too much damn Hennessy, and I passed out on the pussy. But pussy did not let me pass out on it, because I woke up with no pants on and in the bed. I'm like, first of all, how'd y'all bitches get me up here? Because I'm a big dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big nigga. How did y'all get me up? This definitely had to be a team effort. This is why. But in me falling asleep, that was one of the first times I ever fell asleep around women like that, because I was very young. And I don't know what happened. They took me. I woke up with no pants on. There was no condom in the bed. Like, I was very specific back then. I used polyisoprene condoms because I was allergic to. I'm allergic to latex. That's when I did try, latex or condom life. That condom life ain't really. That's why you gotta be good. That's why you gotta make good decisions now.
I understand. Matter of fact, let's twist it up some when we get into this bedroom. Because I do hear a lot of brothers boastfully brag about not using protection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do you think that some are a little bit more comfortable in that element, knowing all the shit that's going on? Everybody pretty much sleeping with everybody nowadays. Not everybody, but pretty much.
Well, I can't speak for everybody. I know for myself, in that aspect of my life, I do make very good decisions. Okay. Like I said, very much, if y'all watched the previous episode, my chart stays queued up in my phone. I just had a test October 17th. I went to the holiday season because I'm ready. I'm trying to catch me a single mother who just don't got enough at Christmas time. You know what I'm saying? Like, she at the Walmart self-checkout crying, and I just pull up on her. What you crying for, girl? Come on, look, just swipe that card right there. Don't worry about all that. Now, what you got planned for New Year's? That's where I'm at in my life. But I believe that, like, I don't like to even mess with. I don't mess with multiple women, so it's like and if I feel like you got multiple niggas, I'm gonna fall back from you. Like I said, I don't like even if you dating a whole bunch of dudes. And it's not like I'm trying to control you. It's just that, hey, I'm putting my eggs all in one basket. Why are you not putting your eggs all in one basket? I just feel like equal yoke. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm too biblical on these hoes.
I don't think it's about you being biblical. You just being straight up about, if I put my all into you, I can't really do that if you got multiples. Even if you're not having sex with them, you still got somebody taking your attention away from what could be happening here.
Because if I get someone to take some attention from you, you gonna feel it.
Ooh.
You gonna feel it.
Mm-mm.
You gonna feel it. That's why I say, you know what I'm saying? Like, it in the way a relationship should work, you shouldn't have enough time for another person if you're really working on you, you're doing what you need to do for yourself, and then you're trying to be an asset or be a blessing to this person or try to, build with this person, you're going to be spending time over here. And then amongst other responsibilities you got, how you got two people you could, and then you wondering why you're not getting nowhere with neither one of them. Because you splitting all your attention.
I can honestly say this. I have never cheated. I have never dated more than one person at a time. Because it does take too much energy and effort for that one person if you're really into them. So I can't add no more water to the soup.
You know how I kept myself from cheating for a long time?
How?
If I wanted to have multiple girlfriends, I needed to have multiple jobs. Just so I could understand the responsibility level of having different girlfriends. I tell people that all the time. Back when I was managing the ladies, like, they think it was just this big fun thing. Like, hey, you got all these, you got whole, you got 6 girls, 7 girls. It ain't even like that. Imagine, fellas. Imagine this. Imagine having 7 wives, 7 girlfriends, and you got all the responsibilities and none of the perks. Because that's what most of those days were like. Imagine if you had to hear 7, let me tell you how this bitch got me fucked up. Imagine if you had to go through 7 periods, because when you manage them, they all sync up at the same time. That's a slow time. That week is slow. That money be fucked up that week. You got.
But you know what? I did an episode a couple of months back about polygamy. And when I started doing my research on that shit, everybody got a responsibility, but as far as head of the household, all that shit falls on the husband, regardless on how many wives he got.
Yes. You got to do for each wife, you got to do the same thing for each wife.
Yep.
So if you buy one wife a house, you got to buy all your wives a house.
That part.
Imagine this: I'm in the club and I buy my hoe a drink. She drink Remy, 17.38. That could be $15 a shot. I got 7 bitches. I gotta buy each of those bitches a shot at 17.38 now. And they not just gonna want one drink. They all gonna want multiple drinks. Usually it's about 5 drinks each. That's what they'll do.
The average, yes, 5 drinks. That's too much.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
I used to keep look. I go to the club each night, man. I'd be fucking around spending $600 every night at the club. I had to retire from dope dealing.
But you know what? This is why I appreciate your wisdom and conversation. Because like I said, you didn't live the life and you straight up honest about it. Like I said again, Vino possesses a very rare intellect and a very rare comedy style combined. So I know if I need some real shit, like let me hit Vino up.
This ain't comedy. These is life lessons. I'm gonna just be real with you. These is life lessons. If you apply these to your life, I'm not gonna say you're gonna be, ain't gonna see some bullshit, but you're gonna be a lot wiser. A little bit worse for the wear, but a lot wiser.
Right. No, but trust me, holding it down, staying in myself, tapping into my higher self is the focus right now. Now, if something comes along that can take this journey with me and be authentic about it, oh yeah, I'm down for that. But at the same time, you got to filter. The filtering process is the pain in the ass. That's what I don't like.
And that's why I be telling and I be stressing. Everybody says slow it down. I say speed it up. Because the filtering process will go faster at least. It'll go faster. Because when you put pressure on a motherfucker, their true self shows quickly. You know what I mean? You slowed it down with that guy that you was unsure about, so that allowed him to masquerade and hide and still play that game even more. When you put a nigga feet to the fire, he got to show you what he made of.
Let me say this. I put feet to the fire, and they all run for the fire department.
Because they wasn't built for it. They wasn't firewalkers. They didn't have what it took. Like I have no problem if you just admit you don't got what it takes. It'd be a problem. Every nigga want to be the one. Oh no, I was it, but that baby great. No, she put your feet to the fire. She showed you what she needed in order for her to be with a man, and you decided to run.
Yes. I don't understand why most people don't get that. If I'm not trying to grill you, my nigga. I'm trying to work with you. So if I ask you something, if I tell you something, and automatically you feel I'm coming at you, I'm nagging you. No, I'm not. I'm inquiring about something. And obviously you don't feel like answering it because of the damn response I'm getting.
My problem is women don't like to nag me because they know I'm right. Yeah, that's my problem. I realize I'm gonna be single to the day I'm wrong. And it'd be my fault sometimes because I know I be in my head and I be like, if I shut up right now and just let her feel like she right, we could be happy. We could be happy. We could be happy. I want to be happy so bad, but you know what? I be wanting to be right so bad too. And that's my fucking problem.
Because you want to land the like, look, I know he wrong. Do I need to keep bringing this shit up so he gets the facts and walk away with it? But sometimes that inner ego, I know I'm right.
I know I'm right. I know exactly I'm right. That ended my last relationship. I'm sorry, I got to talk about it. I'm going to break a rule right now. I knew she was out the door the moment I was right. The moment I was right, we was driving, and I was talking to her, and she had seen some of my antics on the internet with Steve Brown. You see some of my antics on the internet with Steve Brown. And motherfucking, I was sitting there like, yeah, I was trying to explain like, yo, it's not that serious. Like niggas ain't in no danger. It ain't that type of party. You know what I mean? And motherfucker, she was like, I just don't understand why you got to do all that. Da, 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 da. You look like you're trying to talk to that girl, defending her. And da, da, da. I'm like, no, I'm just a real nigga. Like I seen something going wrong, and I said what I said. Like it wasn't even about her or him. It was just about I said what I said, and it is what it is. So then the conversation migrated. And we get to talk about the P. Diddy shit and the Kathy shit. And then she comes out her mouth and says, yeah, I don't even understand how all the niggas could be around him and not say nothing when that nigga was doing all that fucked up shit to that girl. I was like, kind of like I said something when some fucked up shit was going on around me and you just told me I should have just left it alone. Because when you blow the whistle, nobody gonna like you. And she was like, well, it's not, that's different. It's and I seen her trying to calculate an answer, but she couldn't find one because it was like, you ever seen a person break down in front of your face? Like you see their brain deteriorate. That's what happens. The brain was just slowly breaking down in front of me. And I'm like, yeah, just like I did. I saw something fucked up happening. I spoke on it. And then I became a social pariah. Motherfuckers didn't want to fuck with me and all the shit. Even you're looking at me like, and I don't want to be the type of man who sees something fucked up going on and not say something about it. I've been him already. I don't want to be him no more.
Right. And that's understandable. That is completely understandable.
So yeah, I was right. So I'm single. I'm out here, ladies. How y'all doing? I am the type of man who will see something wrong and say something, okay?
Yeah, Vino does strike me as such because, like I said, I was there for that situation and I took it as somebody's ego got bruised, not yours.
I've killed my ego. Enough mushrooms will do that. I don't even think of myself in the situation. I told the girl that too. I said, you see, the problem is we keep fucking up because I'm thinking about us and you thinking about you.
Ooh.
I'm always thinking about us. I don't even think about me no more. Me, I've satisfied my life's desire. I've done a lot of wild, dumb shit. I really shouldn't even be here. I should have died 7 times over. Easily. I've served, like there's something bigger God got for me. I don't know what it is yet, but at the end of the day, I'm not here for me no more. I'm not here for me no more. I did everything I want. It's really nothing. Okay, maybe there's a few things I want to do. I want to go see a few exotic places. I want to see the Black Sands in Greece. You know what I'm saying? I want to go, but I can do that. I got my passport. I just need a good travel companion. You know what I mean? Ladies, I'm single again. Talk to me.
Vino's taking applications, y'all. So
yeah, taking applications by 2025 April. If you Mrs. Right, if we got a good New Year's under our belt, you might see Greece, baby. If we could get through Dr. King Day, that's all I'm saying. If we could get through Lincoln birthday, we could do something special. We can go places. But that's about all I want to do left. Like my life ain't about me no more. I'm not here for my satisfaction anymore. I've been gave up my life. Like that's why I said I walked around on this planet with no passion, no real aim for 35 years before I found comedy. I sold drugs because they said you got to get money and getting a job didn't make sense. So you got to get money somehow, and sell drugs was real easy. Be out here in these streets was real easy. Let's just get money like that. Now that I have the opportunity to just sit back and say, what am I passionate about? What can I do? What serve making people laugh? The service of others. I don't want nothing for me. I'm very minimalist. I'm very, very minimalist.
That's a rare breed, though, Vino. I don't know too many people that includes men and women that focus on the us rather than the me.
That's because I guess I don't want to say this on the airwaves after this damn election, but and I'm not saying that I am, but it's like some people would say it's a communist view. I think of the whole picture other than myself. Like, because I can have what I want and it'll take away from a lot of people.
Yeah.
When me having what I want had my whole neighborhood flooded in drugs and fucking gunfire and fucking violence all the fucking time. Kids can't play in the street because I got what I want out of life.
Yeah.
Now I'm out here servicing others and making the people laugh, and I can't even talk about some of the experiences I've had making people laugh, just being a beacon of light in niggas. Like I was out there with a nigga, and I always go back to this story because this one's the one that really touched me. I was doing the show, right? And I was on stage, and this group of dudes walking, about 6, 7 of them. And they just rowdy and they loud and they motherfucking belligerent. And everybody's looking at them and nobody really wants to say nothing to them. But I'm on stage and I'm like, hey, yo, shut the fuck up. It's a show going on up here. And I started roasting them and I'm making fun of these niggas. And they looking at me and I'm looking at them and they start chuckling a little bit, but everybody in the room is like really dying. They like laughing. So I get off stage and these niggas is coming from where I got to come off stage at. And I'm thinking, I'm about to have to fight these niggas. So I'm looking like for what I could hit these niggas. I'm looking for what I could use as a weapon. I'm looking to fuck these niggas. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to go crazy in here. I'm ready to break a beer bottle, do something. So the one dude who's like was the most belligerent of them, he walked up to me. He's like, yo, bro, you so funny. And he grabbed me, like hugged me. And was like, yo, bro, my mom died. And I'm just so sad, man. You made me laugh tonight, bro. Thank you, bro. Because they took me out the motherfucking make me feel better. But I don't love nothing no more, man. I'm hurt. And I'm like, yo, bro, you got your homies here who saw you down and said, yo, we gonna pick you up. And even though you can't replace mom's love, you still got niggas here who love you, bro. And I'm happy I can make you laugh right now. But look at this. Look at these niggas around. I thought y'all was ready to jump me. These your homies, they love you. And we just had that moment there where I'm thinking it was about to be on some crazy shit. And this nigga like, yo, and his boys is like, yo, thank you, man. He needed that. Yo, we ain't know what the fuck to do with this nigga. And I'm like, yo, God put me here for that moment because I've been that nigga before. Yeah. Where hurt people. I've been hurt. And I'm like, I'm going to make somebody feel this exact pain. And I took my gun and I went out and robbed niggas that night. Because somebody got to feel the pain that I'm feeling that night. Somebody got to see somebody else got to shed a tear. And it could be real easy to pass along that pain.
Yeah.
But let me be the person that catch that pain. And I'm going to turn it to laughter. And I'm going to make somebody laugh so that whoever's going through some pain can come out of it a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not saying I'm changing, but just come out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's where my service is right now. So I'm just like, fuck it, service.
Well, trust me, you do your service and then some, because every time I know you don't go live as much because of the damn IG politics.
Well, I'm restricted right now, so I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Every time I turn around, they're doing something new on Instagram.
I don't even know what I did this time. I got to stop being on lives with other people. I just got to be live by myself. I think somebody's hacking my page too. I'm gonna say it. I think there's a hacker. They figured out a way to get my page flagged, and then I can't request a review, and then it just got stick, and I'm just there. So I just stopped going live so I don't get the page deleted because there's a lot of good content. I just started dropping content because they can't flag the content.
Right.
The content is funny. And I apologize to y'all, real talk, because it'd be a lot of ideas like that come out of my head every single day. I just don't do them because I was on live. So matter of fact, I might owe whoever keeps flagging me a thanks because you made me have to create more content and the people are loving it. So here's to you.
There you go. There you go. Because I promise you that one you did on the day, the women's attitude after the day of the election had me dying.
Man,
that was funny as shit.
I knew that was coming though. I knew that was going to happen. I don't even like to talk politics. That's why I was staying away from political talk because I saw what was happening and I knew. And it's not like I went to the polls. I went there. I intimidated people. Well, let me not say that because it's January. Say Trump won. He don't care no more. But look, I looked at them MAGA niggas and I looked them right in their face and I was like, "What up, though, Kamala, bitch?" I was in the polls. I was talking cash shit. You know how they got the little polling booth and you sitting there filling in your little bubble. I'm like, let's see who's running. Kamala, no brainer. Sabrina Wooten for mayor. I'm in there just being. I voted for all black women on my ballot.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
We had a black woman run for our mayor. Now I'm gonna say this: I dropped the ball because I didn't even see who won the mayor. When they told me Kamala didn't win, I said, "Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I need to just turn this off right now." And I turned off CNN. I didn't watch no more. I went to sleep when it was like Trump was. I went to sleep that night. I know how this is gonna play out. I said it earlier. I knew we was gonna lose the moment they put Sexy Red up there. As soon as they had a concert with Megan and Glorilla, and I said we lost. Damn, why did we lose like this? No, why did you do?
You know what? I want to say is I was disappointed in the marketing antics because I was like, dude, I like Megan Thee Stallion, I like Glorilla. Not a fan of Sexy Red, but at the same time, that's not the space for that type of energy. That's not the space.
You need an Angie Stone at that concert. You needed a tribute to Frankie Beverly. That's where you fucked up. You did. If you'd had a tribute to Frankie Beverly, this is why we lost. You should have had a tribute to Frankie Beverly, everybody wearing white linen in November at the polls, and you would have won.
Line stepping to the polls. Okay, so
Before I Let Go ain't never lost nothing. If you play Before I Let Go, you won. That should have been the campaign music soon as Frankie Beverly went out.
Right. You got a valid point because that was one of my main concerns. I was like, why this person got to speak? And I think oversaturation of celebrities kills the message because everybody now, oh, she had so-and-so and she had so. But are they going to be there to help us out this situation that we currently in? No, they're not.
It was too loud. The movement was too loud.
Too much.
And I think we got gamed too by the Republicans. Because they all kept saying, "Oh, we don't endorse Trump. We don't believe in him. They all voted for him. They lied to us. They lied to us. They said, "Oh, we don't believe. No, we're not voting for him." They all did.
Yeah, I know they did.
They did. They lied to us. That's why I don't talk politics with nobody. Because I'd rather just have you do whatever you're gonna do in there. Don't lie to me first.
Thank you. That's
just
why
do
I
what you're gonna do.
We had too many lives going on, and every live I popped in during that time was a debate on these candidates. And I was like, you know what? Y'all need to take your damn opinion to the poll and shut the hell up because I'm tired of this conversation because half them folks didn't even know what the hell they were talking about.
I don't even like these politics nowadays either when it's a black candidate versus a white candidate because it's already split. Now we already know how this is gonna go. This is really gonna go along race lines very heavily. So it's kind of like it really makes no sense to even ask somebody what they're voting for.
I don't know why, because I promise you, I told this story not too long ago, but I'm gonna tell it again because I don't think Vino heard this story about me giving his brother a ride, and he wanted to get into politics, which I don't like discussing. So he went into this conversation and found out he was a Trump supporter. I said, okay, well, since you're gonna bring this up, why do you support him? Well, I had a dream. Bad start already. I had a dream, and my deceased father told me to vote for him. I said, that's first of all, you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. Because you know what I mean? So
I think statements like that should automatically disqualify you from voting. I think that's just me personally. I think statements like that should disqualify you from voting. If you blame your voting lines on anything other than the politics, I feel like if you and I'm gonna even allow racial because I'm gonna say, hey, I feel like she's gonna help black people. I feel like I will give you that. But if you say, yeah, I had a dream that and my dog really loves the TV, like he barks at the TV when Trump's on, so I voted for Trump. Yeah, we need to take his right to vote. We need to we take niggas' right to vote for bad because I sold dope once and I lost my right to vote. So like I didn't, and that was a smart move. That was like the most fiscally responsible move I had.
But just to hear half these lame ass excuses, and I'm just like, dude, you know what? I'm gonna need you to get out of my car like real quick because the more you talk, the more respect I'm losing. So let's just agree to disagree.
I don't like politics. That's right. I can talk about it freely now because it's over, and I fought a lot through the right to say I told you so because I wanted to tell everybody, hey, this is a farce. This is a farce. I knew it was a farce the moment she got put into the campaign because if that man knew that he wasn't going to run for president again, he should have resigned as the president right then and made her the president immediately. And he would have made history right there.
Exactly.
But do it.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have even been a question. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you were the party leader. You were running at that point. So if you're not going to run, you're not going to take your vacation days and then resign. Get cashed out. Tell them to write you a check for your vacation days and then say, I resign as the president of the United States and I leave the country to you, Kamala.
I think it was ego that kept his ass there because I'm like, dude, you know, your own party coming for you. But you know, I don't even want to get too deep in that because I'll get a damn headache because we're supposed to be having fun. Mm-hmm. And I definitely want this to go down as far as honest dialogue when it comes to between the sexes here.
Yeah.
But Vino, I may have to ask a favor of you because
what I do now. Okay.
No. You didn't do anything. I like the dialogue and the way our conversation goes. I may have to ask you to appear every few weeks.
That's no problem.
Okay.
I'm trying to go digital. I want to take over the internet. And I feel like with big bottles of vino like this, we're going to do it. I almost knocked back this whole thing.
Yeah, because I like when we have conversations and you just give me your honest opinion. I get a good chuckle out of the situation. So, and I learn some shit. I do. Vino is probably one of the only brothers I can say I've actually learned anything from off of Instagram.
Hey, look, that's the true definition of a gatekeeper, and I don't want to be that. I'm not a gatekeeper. A gatekeeper knows the information and is unwilling to share it. You know what I'm saying? They either want to make you pay for it or they want you to give them favor for a favor type shit. I'm not that. I'll tell the information. Now I know there are trade secrets, so I can't give away everything, but I can put you in a position to where you become an asset and you can learn the trade secret. Like I always make sure everybody can win. That's the one thing. That's why there's literally women asking me to come back to pimping. They're like, "You sure you ain't done with this comedy shit yet?" I'm like, nah, it's actually going pretty good. It's decent. You know, it's got its moments, but it's decent.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm gonna teach you some shit. I'm always trying to pass information. That's why I got a bunch of little niggas. That's why I got all my little niggas love me to death. I got people that will do some things for me. That's why when people be trying to threaten me on the internet, I be like, you know, I fed a whole hood for 2 summers, nigga. I I go tell some little nigga, this nigga give me a problem. I ain't gotta say do something. All I gotta do is go around him and act a little stressed, like, damn, man. Like, well, you got a problem, son? All I gotta do is go around him and act stressed out. That's why I be smoking and laughing all the time. Because if I look too stressed, a little nigga might shoot somebody.
I'm telling you, man. But like I said, I appreciate the conversation, the dialogue, and the way that you a straight shooter. So that's why I said I'm gonna have to bring you on a regular basis, if your schedule permits. Because, like I said, you probably the only guest that I always go over an hour with. That's my time frame. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be up here for an hour.
Oh, okay, you gotta stop letting me be long-winded, though. You know, when niggas get to drinking and smoking, we be just talking.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a good vibe when the conversation. Because I just looked at my notes like maybe 2-3 times through this whole conversation, and I was telling my girl Jules, I said, look, the thing I like about Vino is that you could bring a topic to the table and he's going to twist it in the way you didn't see it being twisted. He's going to add a dialogue to it that you really didn't put too much thought in until he brought it up.
That's my gift in this entertainment field. I got a way of looking at things. Like, I feel like that's what they're going to pay me for in this business. Because I look at things in a way that is like, how did he come to that conclusion? You know, I say you smoke enough weed, you could think of anything, really. you could really come up with, look, you can solve your problems in life with enough weed.
Let me tell you something. Not only problems, but I like tapping into that deep creativity mode. So when I'm back here doing my audio production, I'll be like, oh, I need this sound effect here. That shit just elevates.
Oh, I just cleared. Is that right? Is there 191 comments? Because I know I seen it a minute ago and it was a bunch of comments. I don't see them.
Yeah.
But I see.
No, Felicia just got through putting on here. She said, I have really been enjoying this conversation. So, Felicia, thank you.
Felicia, thank you. I saw that one. That one's dope. I appreciate all y'all. I didn't even get to see none of the chat while that shit was going on. That's crazy. But look, I'm sorry if I didn't say if y'all spoke and I didn't say nothing. I'm sorry. I missed it the way I got my phone tilted because I wanted to give y'all a good production value for when she chopped it up later. So I gave her a widescreen. I made sure my mantle was clean. I made sure because I had a bitch wig up there from the other night. And you know the fucked up shit is I be getting at women with wigs. I don't really got problem with wigs. Like I said, I just want your wig to fit your personality. Like that's how I'm looking at it for real. I just want your wig to fit your personality. Like you can't have a corporate wig and be a ratchet bitch. Like that don't make sense.
When you spoke on the vintage asymmetric wig in the church, that was the one for me for the night. That's the one I'm cashing out.
No, I seen this. The asymmetric wig in the prayer circle. She done looked up and read Corinthians 1st chapter 26th verse, and the eighth and her shit was sitting like this. And it made it hard to really tap into what the scripture was trying to say to me. I just couldn't really. He was looking at it like, Sister Johnson, that ain't a look for her.
Your shit's crooked, sis. You going to fix this shit.
Yeah, it's not the look for you.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. Vino, man, I appreciate you coming back on. I will be bringing Vino back. I'm going to have a conversation with him later on when we can just do something regular because, like I said, the conversation is never boring when I have my brother Vino on here. You always learn something. I like to get a man's 100 when it comes to these relationship conversations. So that's one thing I appreciate you brought to the table, Vino, because you kept it 100 and you busted my ass out about accountability. So I'm going to do better.
Look. All I ask, that's how we all become better people. We look at ourselves We communicate what's really going on, like, and take a step back from the emotional part of it. Like, you can express that there is some emotion in it, but step back from the emotion and say, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
And then we can come to reconciliation. Like, everything's not a deal breaker, yo. Everything is not a, like, I want us to get past those single use humans that we're getting used to. Like, you get one fuck up with people nowadays. Like, think about where you would be in life if you only had one fuck up. Think about where you would be in life if you only had one fuck up.
Well, before we close out, since you bring that up, I have a motto that once you fuck me over, I'm good on you. I don't like giving people second chances. That gives you a second opportunity to load the gun and re-aim.
Take a second shot. I get you.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you is this, because I see this also being a lot of the problem. What do you gauge fucking me over at? Because I get it. If it's a real you fucked me over, I get it. But a lot of people be mincing words and the terminologies. And they'll say, you fucked me over. And it'd be something simple. They'll be like, yo, you forgot to call me.
No, it ain't that simple.
You know what I mean? Like some people, and they don't, like I said, they don't take accountability for what they did. Like, it'd be like, you fucked me over, but yo, you put me in an impossible position.
That I can see, but see, if you go deliberately moving away with me, and you know I don't rock that way. If I do, which I've done in the past, I've extended an additional shot for let's see if we can wipe the slate clean, and you do it again. So that's why I'm in the mindset of I'm good on you.
Yeah,
because
I get that.
No, because in this stage of my life, but not only tapping into my higher self, but protecting my peace is priority to me. So if that means I have to disassociate with shit that's toxic that I know is going to disrupt my peace, so be it. So be it. I can't worry about how you feel because you knew how I felt before you did the screwed up shit you did. Because I'm straightforward. I'm like you, Vino, in a sense. I'm straightforward with people I consider friends or somebody I'm dating. I'm straightforward. So there's no. But you know what? I'm going to draw up the next time we have this conversation. I definitely want you to bring some elements to the table, but what you always do. But I want to get your input on what we need to conversate about next time we have another conversation, because I know it's deep shit.
My brain goes like I tell people all the time that I don't smoke weed for any other reason than to actually slow down my brain, because I think of a lot of thoughts at once. Like I literally have 12 different things that I'm contemplating at a time, and the weed allows me to just slow down and take it one at a time.
That's my problem. Yeah.
That's all I ever want to do. So look, we can talk about anything because it's probably ringing around my head anyway right now.
I know it is.
I know I felt like I was gonna get pressed. I'm glad I didn't see the comments because I expected to see a lot of comments like, what's been going on? You've been putting up a lot of depressing quotes lately. Well, is everything all right? Are you contemplating anything? I thought it was gonna be a lot of that shit.
Oh my God. And the thing
what's up with that bitch with the wig? Is she still putting pictures out of you?
Oh, Lord Jesus. I'm just so glad that chapter's over with. I don't know what.
That chapter's not over with.
Seriously?
That chapter's not over with.
Oh, God.
I had to block a new number. You see, motherfuckers are slick nowadays, right? This is what they do. You'll block their number, right? But these motherfuckers, they so fucking crazy, they'll get a new phone number so that they can call you from. They don't even like you'll block the number and then they'll get a new phone, get a new number, and say, yeah, I'm gonna just call from this number. And then just keep changing their phone number. They keep changing their phone. This shit's wild.
I'm gonna leave my comments on that situation offline because I would say something, but I already know if I say something about that situation, it's not gonna be pretty. But the fact that you would take the time, and if it was me, I've made obvious I'm good on you. I don't need to deal with you no more. We good. But ain't it the most embarrassing factor that the scenario played out to be? Why are you getting new numbers, new shit just to fuck with me?
Yo, it was just hilarious. I when I realized who it was, and I'm gonna say this, I might incriminate myself right here, but I'm gonna say it. So when I realized who it was on the phone, I started cursing the bitch out. I tried to get as vile as possible. I called her everything, every fucked up thing I ever thought to call any person in my life. I decided to say at that moment. I was talking all types of cash shit. I said, "Ooh, bitch, I wish I was the type of nigga that hit bitches. I'll sock you right in your shit, bitch. I'll fuck you up. Oh, I swear to God, I want to knock your wig around in the hit. I want to, bitch, I want to spin your wig, bitch. I wish I was the type of nigga that just smack a hoe." And I was saying as much vile shit as I could. I was just trying to get it out my system.
Didn't move, did it?
This bitch said, "You want to go get lunch later?" She said, "Look, my treat. Did you feel better? You got that out your system? Are you hungry? How's your sugar?" The bitch asked me about my sugar.
Yo,
This is crazy. This is crazy, man. I don't know, man. It seems like the worse you treat them, the more they love you.
I was about to say that there are certain people that they don't feel loved until they get kicked and cursed. I'm assuming that's the background on that situation because that's my trigger. You can't talk crazy to me and think I'm not gonna respond. That's just my trigger. So I know you went in. And
I was just trying to say some fucked up, and I was really digging deep. I said some real fucked up shit. I said, "Bitch, I hope your next wig give you headlights. I hope you ooh." I was saying fucked up shit. I was saying fucked up shit. I was trying to be vile.
Didn't work, did it? Did not
No.
work.
Bitch gonna ask me what kind of weed I got. What kind of weed you smoking now? Can I get some? She asked me for some weed. I said, "Bitch, what are you talking, bitch?"
I would tell you, out of anything that should have came up in this election, mental health should have definitely been on the forefront because that's a prime example.
Look at who was running. His mental health was obviously nowhere to be thought about in this election. We had the orange man was grabbing him by the pussy. The Pakistani black lady only fuck with white boys. This was all mental illness all the way around. This was mental illness. This is
You know what? We gonna save that for the next time we connect about the mental illness that we are dealing with socially. Because I know you got stories, I got stories. So we gonna do crazy ass story exchanges.
yeah. I just wanted to go back to sitting in the back room and nobody else go back there. That's what we had in my family. The person who was mentally disturbed, his name was Uncle Junie. He sat in the back room. It was it was the last room in the house, right off the kitchen by the back door. That's the only way he was allowed to come in and out through the back door. He could never come through the front. You don't walk through the whole house, Junie. What you doing up here? That's what we would say. If we was in the living room and Junie was like, "What you doing up here? You're not supposed to be up here, Junie.
What are you doing out of your room?"
Yeah. We need to go back to that time. What you doing out your room? We got you a TV back there. You stay back there.
You know. Oh my God, Vino, I got you because see, I'm gonna be up here all night with your ass talking about that shit. Cause you know I would have some more to say, but I'm gonna save it for the next go around. We ain't gonna keep y'all waiting too much longer, depending on my brother's schedule. So,
Man, we do this every week. I don't give a fuck. I don't do shit no more. I'm about to be like these bum niggas. Y'all follow all these bum niggas who sit in people's apartments in Los Angeles and go live on TikTok and YouTube. They got mad money for fedoras, but no money for rent. And y'all be following the fuck out these niggas. I can't get a simple follow. Say it right there. Big Vino comedy.
oh God, yo, I would dig deeper but I know how sensitive Pandora's can be. So I'm gonna leave well enough alone. Big Vino, y'all. Follow my brother. Tell everybody where they can find you at if you got any shows coming up.
You can find me at Big Vino Comedy on everything. Big Vino Comedy. I have a website, www.comedictherapy.xyz. It's not .com, .xyz. And I do that purposefully, intentionally, and consistently because it's XYZ as in we get the last laugh. Ain't no more after XYZ, right? Ain't no more letters after that.
Yeah.
We got the last laugh. Ha ha. So go there, get your merch. It shows posted there. What I got coming up? I got the comedy brunch. I do that every month at Peabody's nightclub. This month we got OC the bus driver. I just dropped the video. I thought he died earlier today. I dropped the video about it. Y'all go see it on Instagram. Big Vino Comedy. I dropped the video about it. I thought he died. I was like, God damn. Oh. But anyway. I had to call. I didn't even know who to call. I was like, who else? I was about to call niggas I don't even like no more. I was about to call JP Justice. Like, JP, I know I don't like you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. But the OC died. And I was like, yo.
Well, I'm glad that he will be around for the show and that y'all work that out. And yeah. I want y'all, and I'm going to get me one of them t-shirts. You know, I like the new design you got out there. The High Hopes.
Oh yeah, the High Hope shirt. That shit is fire. That's the brainchild. I knew it was gonna work because I dreamt about it for 2 months straight. I knew it was gonna work. That thing, and I ain't gonna even stunt you. That's been very good. Like everybody, like every city I go to, them shit sell the fuck out. I don't keep those around long. The dude who makes those shirts for me, the print press, he actually is like, yo, you been keeping me in business. I'm like, look, man, just stay with me, man. He talking about retiring and shit. Just stay with me, bro. Like,
he got to keep on going because, like I said, when you pop that design, I said, oh, that's fire.
I'm about to start doing some hoodies for the fall weather. I think I'm gonna do like a cardinal red hoodie. You know what I mean? Just a good red hoodie, just something nice, or a sweatshirt maybe with the High Hopes on it. And then just get that shit right. Like that shit is moving. I'm appreciating y'all. Thank y'all for buying that up and supporting that movement because you got to. You smoke weed when you wake up, man. Get your High Hopes.
High Hopes. And what I'm going to have to do for y'all, because like I said, I only do so many favors for so many people. I'm going to have to produce a commercial for them shirts so I can air it over here.
I would send it to you. We go get it. We go get y'all some, because I got a surplus. I just got a really big order because I'm like, it don't make no sense. Because without getting too specific, I was ordering enough for each show. Mm-hmm. But when I did the math on it, I said you should order a number and fuck per show. Order a specific number. So I did that. So I got a lot of them, and I need to get rid of them now. So we gonna move.
I'm gonna help you get rid of those t-shirts. Brother Vino, I appreciate you so much, brother. You know, we're going to holler behind the scenes and set everything up. I cannot thank you enough for coming back on this platform.
I can't thank you enough for having me again, man. I appreciate it. This is fun. It should be my therapy time. I'm gonna tell some of my therapists. You gave me a lot of talks to talk about my therapist with tomorrow, because that's why I got therapy tomorrow. So I'm gonna go sit there and I'm gonna do my segment on YouTube. It's called Psychobabble. So if you're a Big Vino comedy on YouTube, you can see the shit that I be doing there. Because that's where I go live at now. I can't even go live on Instagram no more. Yeah, you gotta catch me on YouTube.
Well, I've been peeping the playback, because sometimes when you go live, I'm not able to watch it right there. But I do go back and I'll be like, this nigga crazy. But it's entertaining.
I'm trying to trim it down. I feel like I should maybe restrict it, like how you said, to about an hour and a half. But it'd be hard when the conversation be good, man. The conversations be flowing.
Right. If the conversation good, why we got to keep snipping it out? But I understand, because we'll talk all that analytical shit behind the scenes. But yeah. Big Vino, everybody, y'all make sure y'all follow this man. Go buy one of his t-shirts, whatever he got going on. I'm gonna promote, because I love Vino's conversation and funny as shit.
Yo, look, I appreciate that. I be needing that little reminder, because they're trying to make you feel like you're not. You gotta just feel good. I just want to feel good and tell these jokes. If y'all laughing, then I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to.
And you doing it so well, my brother. Y'all give it up for Big Vino, y'all.
Smoke weed when you wake up and give your day high hopes.
All right, Vino. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Yo, I appreciate Vino coming on here, because, like I said, the conversation is always enlightening and entertaining. I never have to worry about any dead space. That's one of the things that you have to realize if you do have somebody on your platform. Is the conversation going to be interesting? Is it going to be entertaining? Is it going to be funny? Is this person lacking a response? None of that with Vino. So that's why it's always a good run, y'all. But besides you guys following Vino, and I will let y'all know when I'm going to have him back on the show, make sure you check out my audio podcast. This is some shit y'all need to listen to while you're cleaning your house, while you're driving in your car. Listen to me. My episodes are not that long unless I got a guess. So the latest episode, again, is Flirting 101. It's episode 40, where I'm talking about the do's, the don'ts, and some of the jacked up stuff that happens when somebody's trying to flirt, okay? Y'all take some notes. Go subscribe, and please leave me a review. I need reviews, y'all. All it takes is a click here. Y'all be clicking all kind of other shit. Help a sister out, okay? Well, look, y'all, that's going to do it for me. I had a blast with Vino, and we're going to have him back on very soon. And you guys can look forward to me converting it to an audio so y'all can listen to Vino on the go, because the conversation is well worth the listen, y'all. So I hope everybody does well, and we're going to see y'all Thursday. It's going to be 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I'm going to be talking to had to clear my throat. Rodney Barnes. Y'all know how I feel about Rodney Barnes. I'm going to get my flirt on. Yes, I am. I am going to get my flirt on. So if y'all want to anticipate this interesting conversation about the Boondocks, the series that he was a producer and writer for, that's going to be a fun conversation. Me, I'm just going to get my flirt on, okay? So I hope everybody does well. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.
Talk to me, Michele, on the street lights on the corner. City vibes got a story, feel the beat.